Video me.
Bow. 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 Bow.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Cooking in the Hood with Mercy. This is my first video, and today we're going to be cooking stuffed Poblano peppers. So let's get to it. Alright, so these are some of the vegetables that I'm going to be adding into it. I have red bell peppers, green bell peppers. I have half of a carrot, onion. There's going to be plenty more ingredients, but I'm going to walk you through that as we go. We have some green onions here. Alright, so right now I'm dicing the onions, the red bell peppers, the green peppers. I like my vegetables diced finely. I don't like really big chunks because it kind of ruins the dish. It gets in the way of everything else. So we have some of that diced right now. I have a few more to go. We're going to be dicing the cilantro, and I will be drying it out. You have a dull knife, you want to slide it, you know, so you have to kind of slide through it a little bit, back and forth. All right, just to give you guys a little input as to what my channel will be about and why it's called Cooking in the Hood with Mercy. Of course, this is a basic dish. It's not that difficult, but along the way, I will be showing you all how to improvise. So when you're watching these cooking shows that have all this high-tech equipment and you feel, oh, I can't make a funnel cake at home because I don't have a funneler. No, I'm going to show you that the impossible is always possible, no matter what.
Poor people cannot cook.
And I don't consider myself poor, just broke at times.
Just broke at times.
All right, so I think that I might keep chopping. All right, so I'm gonna go through that and dice that down a little bit more, but I like to start prepping my meat right now. All right, so just in case you didn't see the seasonings that I was holding up because my camera was a little off, I have the Weber roasted garlic and herb seasoning. Then I have the Weber kicking chicken seasoning. It's amazing. Then I have this Montreal steak seasoning. All right, so now I'm going to ground up my ground beef, my ground turkey. The stove wasn't on. This stove is going to take some time to, of course, get up there. I thought I had it already heating, but... Okay, so as you can see, this is what the ground turkey looks like when it's broken down. I'm sure a lot of you have already cooked with it. Some of you have not, this is what it looks like. It's really light. It doesn't have that. It's like a white meat. It's white meat technically, so it doesn't have that red look to it, okay? It's much leaner. Right, so now I'm about to add my seasonings. As I mentioned, my Sautéing Goya seasoning. It's going to change the color and the texture of it a little bit. Pretty much out of my Montreal steak, but that's all going in there. Alright, so by the way, guys, as I haven't mentioned, I didn't mention, when I cook, I eyeball everything out. It's just a thing that I do, it's how I was raised. So if you are a person that's starting off and need to know exactly how much to add, then in my next few videos, I will have measuring cups, and I will be doing that. So for those of you who are new to this cooking game, will know how to properly season your food. Now I'm adding black pepper. I'm going to add a little bit more of my roasted garlic and herbs. And I know it looks like a lot, but trust me, by the time it's all said and done, it's all going to come together perfectly in texture and flavor. So at the end of the day, don't be afraid to season y'all food. Now, we like to put a little kick into our taste buds. So if you like seasoning, spice, flavor, please put it in there. All right, guys, so remember this, okay? One key to cooking, you can always add, but you can never take. So for those of you, like I said, with the measuring cups, I'm going to make sure I have that in the video. So when you are cooking, you can practice and learn and slowly take your baby steps into how to add. Remember, that's key number one. You can add, but you cannot take. Look, guys, I forgot to tell you, we'll be adding some cayenne pepper as well, okay? A little bit. So I add a little bit of water because ground turkey has a weird way of cooking. Ground beef makes its own grease. So I add a little bit of water to kind of help it break down so it doesn't cook up in a big glob. And it's easy to break it down. So just a little bit. as I go, because it's gonna absorb the water as I go anyways, but it's just gonna help me better break it down.
I got that part recorded too.
You too. Gotta admit it. But I have a lot of people requesting that I show them things and different ways of cooking. I can't wait till I get deep into this, because you guys are gonna love it.
Let me just tell, I'm the camera person right now, y'all. So I'm her daughter. Let me tell y'all, her food is amazing. So just know I'm gonna be on this YouTube channel too, because I never pay attention in the kitchen, so.
Yeah, she was always screaming. So, as you see, I keep adding seasoning as I go. That's because I have an eye for this. So I've already put 1 pack of my Goya Saison seasoning in there. I'm gonna add another one. Yep, 2 packs total. This is about a little under, how much was it in there? How much was left in there? This is some of my leftovers. So, it was a little under, yeah, so it was just a little under 3 pounds. So just if, I would say I made 2 burgers out of it. So, there you go. So that's the temp you want to have that on for this.
That don't look like 2 burgers to me.
No, I made 2 burgers from the packet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I have to cook these Poblano peppers, and I have to clean them. All right, so this is the meat. It's pretty much done. I'm gonna let it sit here and do its little simmering thing while I go finish chopping veggies. All right, so now I am finishing up on my veggies. This here is the cilantro. I'm only gonna use this small portion here. I'm not a big fan of cilantro. It's very strong to me, but I do like it. The rest of this, so it don't go to waste, I'm gonna dry this out and make a seasoning, because I don't like shelf-bought cilantro. So it will go into our leftover, and this is what we call cooking in the hood with Mercy. We recycle. We'll be adding fresh, dried out cilantro to season other dishes with. Right here, I have zested a little bit of carrots. That one does not want to go. He said, oh no, we won't go. All right, I don't make them go. Okay. Right here we have our stuffed peppers. Now, well, our Poblano peppers. Now, the way that I've learned to kind of roast these out a little bit, you need a broiler. So I'm gonna put this in the oven for 10 minutes on each side. Then I'm gonna take it out and start the prepping when I come back. So I am putting the oven on 350, that's 355. This is 350 because that's what I'm gonna bake it on once I put the stuffing and filling inside of the peppers. So I'm just putting it on 350, but they're only gonna be in for 10 minutes per side. All right, so now we're back, guys. I just wanna give you an update as to what's going on. The meat is ready. What you see on top is just a couple little pieces of goat cheese. I just wanna do something different. In case you don't know, goat cheese is really high in calcium. This is the goat cheese that I am using. Okay, it's just a little bit because, as I said, you gotta crawl before you walk, and you can add, but you cannot take. This here is the packaged beef sausages that I am using. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that. Also, I wanna show you the other 2 cheeses we'll be using. We'll be using these 2 cheeses. I got a cheap brand, and I got a good one because I gotta have flavor. And so Gento is my favorite by far. Okay, I'm gonna cut this on low. So we have like 59 seconds left on the peppers, and then they're done for their 10 minutes per side. Over here, we have our vegetables that I finished dicing up. This here is some carrots, some shaved carrots that I've shaved, grated. We have the cilantro in this mixture. We have the red bell pepper, the green bell pepper. We have the onions in there. Here's a little small piece of cilantro for the rice. So I'm gonna kind of like use some of the dried out one that's still in the oven right now. This here is a little bit of a small garlic clove. And I miced that up as well. And that's gonna go inside the whole dish as well. This here is the lime for the rice. So we'll be back. We're gonna start prepping. I'll make sure the rest of these are good. So now the peppers are done. The 10 minutes on each side is done. As you can see, they're right here in the sink waiting on us. So what I am gonna do is de-seed and de-cord them. These are hot as fuck. I should let them cool off. It's like you're not getting into me that easy. Let me see. All right, so you just want to cut a little slit right here because you got to get in there. And you can't get in there, and you want the cork to stay on. So I'm going to cut the sides of these a little bit to kind of make it open up some more. There you go. I won't be defeated by Poblano Pepper. I think I will if I stick my hand in there, so I'm just not going to do it. Let me see. So here's the de-seeding part. So those are seeds, guys. This is hot. I'm going to come back. Trying to get this first one done for you. Usually I can do it with my fingers and my hands, but I am not going to play that well.
Is this,
and you this here is the cord that's in there. You kind of want to get that out of there. I mean, I do. I don't like it. Oh no, we got 2 more seconds on that. And I just need to stir it a bit. Yeah, it's going to be
really good.
Get that out of there. It's cooling off a bit. I'm just going to say, eat healthy. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. All right, I'm going to give this a slight little rinse. Just a slight rinse. I mean, I'm going to do that with every last one of them, actually. Okay, so we got the seeds out of that one. No, we didn't. Let me see. Let's get the seeds out of here. That's fine. All right, so there you go. Right there. I'll be back with the rest, and we'll start stuffing them together, guys, okay?
Okay, so right now, this is the regular white rice that she's going to be using for the cilantro lime rice. The bed that the bell pepper is going to be on top of. Basically, just make sure you drain your rice, okay? Basically, just make sure you drain your rice, okay?
So I'm adding in the yellow onion, the green bell pepper, the red bell pepper. I put a little piece of butter in there. All this is gonna, of course, juice up the vegetables, cook them up nicely, and it's gonna help with the stuffing of the poblano pepper because you don't want it to be dry. So it's gonna actually help that cheese stay a bit juicier in there. Okay, these are the carrots. This here is for our cilantro lime rice. This here is gonna actually go in there.
And that's the garlic.
Someone's learning. And the reason you want to saute up your vegetables, because at the end, it's only gonna take about 15 minutes to bake these poblano peppers, and that's just with the ingredients coming together. If you don't saute up these vegetables, it's gonna throw the texture off completely because everything else is gonna be done. Then you're gonna have this raw vegetable crunch, which is not what we want. All right, I'm gonna give that some time. That's a little bit more spice so the vegetables could have its own thing going on when it's going down the palate. It's gonna be separating. Like, them veggies are seasoned, girl.
And she's using the same seasonings from earlier when she was seasoning the meat.
Most definitely. You gotta stay in the same soup. I mean, you don't want to put too much in there and everything start falling apart. All these different seasonings. Yep. I don't think I added any of this yet, but yeah. Another thing too, guys, I want to say that whatever you're cooking, please try to face your handles inwards, okay? Worry about the kids. So please be considerate being in the kitchen and turn your handles inwards. Also, if you're ever thinking about running a business, you really want to work on not cross-contaminating as much as possible. But if you don't care, don't care. What am I looking for now? So now, basically, I don't need to store this in anything. I really have to get this pot. It just doesn't seem like it wants to be on the ice. So these are the vegetables that I've sauteed up. Now I'm adding them into the dish. They have a nice little caramelized texture to them. All right. I'm going to toss that just a little bit. I think I could have had more vegetables, guys. As you can see, this is a lot of meat. I should have had more veggies. But I don't, so get over it.
It still looks good, though.
It still will be inside of a pepper, so
and we'll
don't worry about it.
So we'll still taste everything.
Don't worry about it. Veggie dish, healthy dish, fun dish. That's that. Okay, so the tossing is done. I'm gonna go over here. We'll do our rice later. Let's stuff these peppers. How about that? All right. This right here is on the side because, as you see, I just have a little bit of meat. Not gonna be using all of this for the stuffed peppers. This is something I'm gonna store to the side for another dish. Okay, after I'm done stuffing these, I will show you the results of my dried out cilantro from earlier, okay? So, layer by layer, let's go, guys. I need a spoon.
Mm-hmm. Right there.
Okay, so now here we go, guys. We're gonna add our meat. I'm gonna layer this out, okay? Okay, so actually that's too much meat because I want my stuff as cheesy as possible. So, I am gonna add meat. We're gonna do some cheese. Try to do this as neatly as possible. And the cheese, wherever it drops, is the meat that I'm gonna pack in here. So it can fill that little corner if it wants to. We're gonna do some pepper jack cheese. This is a cheap cheese, so I just wanted to actually use it to cheese out the dish, but I really don't need to taste it because I don't like the great value cheese. I love cheese and I'm really bougie on the cheese that I like to get. But sometimes you have to improvise. That's funny. So we just finished this one up. So the next one's the right way.
You know what cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, it's gonna be a cheesy one, baby. I'm gonna smash this down because my kids need to be full, so they need to have a lot of meat in there. So then I'm gonna take this, add a little bit more meat on top.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty stuffed pepper, isn't it, baby? I have rice underneath, so you want something that really would complement your dish. Okay, and then a little spring cheese. Because you just never know how things will melt down, but at the end of the day, I said I want a lot of cheese. So this is it. We're gonna put this in the oven for about 15 minutes, and we should be ready to eat. This here is the dried out cilantro that I showed you all. Nice spice, right? So I'm gonna be putting this into this, but I'm leaving it out for right now because I have to see if I'm gonna be adding more to my cilantro lime rice. And see, that fresh cilantro is always better. I'm gonna put this, the rice is a little bit more done than I wanted it to be because it's a little kinked together, but because this rice is shitty right now, okay? But guess what? The pepper's gonna make up for that. I'm gonna add a little bit of this in there. All right, guys, so now I am placing the plates. I'm adding the cilantro lime rice to each plate. Now we're gonna add, so now we're gonna add each pepper on top. I'm gonna slice through it and give you guys a good look at what it's gonna look like.
Oh,
This is a small one. It's gonna be mine, y'all. I don't want it that much.
I remember those.
That one is cheesy. I want that one.
I want that.
That one. I mean, I'll let y'all pick the pepper y'all want. Y'all got 2 each, so make your own rice for the next one because that's all the rice I made. Okay, so now
I'll cut into one.
yeah, I'm gonna cut into one and show you guys how it looks.
Why are they so skinny?
Tazzy, shut up. She's still recording. Please be quiet.
She does that stuff on purpose.
I didn't know that.
You don't have to keep talking.
Look at that. Look at the way that butter comes out of there.
See that juices? All right, darling. So this is how we got it. We got some juicy, stuffed, cheesy. Look at that. Check into that. There we go. Beautiful, cheesy, stuffed peppers on a bed of cilantro lime rice.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
All right, till next time, thank you for visiting my channel, Cooking the Hood with Mercy. I hope you enjoyed everything, and next time. All right, this looks really good. I don't know who pepper I just cut open. Why didn't I cut open my